Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Let's hop right in. All right, so today's topic is going to be about the description of your next man. All right, describe the collective's next man for us, please. Give us something clear, concise, very detailed and vivid. Describe the collective's next man, whether that's a boyfriend, husband, fiance, an established talking stage, something more established. Describe the collective's boyfriend. One card at a time, please. The first card we have out here is the Five of Swords reversed. We have the Five of Swords out here reversed, okay? Clarify the Five of Swords reversed. We have the Two of Cups out here, okay? Interesting, all right? So this could be someone that is definitely interested in making up all the time, okay? They could like make up sex. They could have no shame in apologizing, letting it be known when they're wrong. They could be somebody that really prioritizes partnership over, you know, an argument. They could be a person that doesn't really care to make a point. You got the Seven of Cups at the bottom of the deck, okay? Somebody could be a water sign. That's a Cancer, Pisces, or a Scorpio, okay? All the trivial, mundane, like surface level, tangible things about a relationship or about winning an argument, all the egotistical shit, I don't think they really care about that. I think at the end of the day, synchronicity, being on the same page, alignment, meeting each other in the middle, being on the same page, I think that matters more. With the Five of Swords on top of the Two of Cups, I think that this is a person that champions togetherness, mutuality, more than like proving a point, if that makes sense. That's their main focus. Clarify the Two of Cups. This is somebody that definitely centers the love. Like it just kind of feels like when you're drifting off or you're getting away from the point, they kind of have a way of helping you find your way back to that point. Like, what are we even arguing about? We're supposed to be in love. You feel me? Clarify the Two of Cups. I like that energy so far. Working together, mutuality, partnership comes to mind when I think of this, okay? We have the Ten of Pentacles reversed coming out right after the Two of Cups. Clarify the Ten of Pentacles reversed. We have the Two of Wands coming out right on top of that Ten of Pentacles reversed. Okay, this could be someone that doesn't necessarily need to be amongst other people, or they might not need to be amongst a large crowd of people. Maybe they don't do like big groups of people or big families. Maybe there's some like social anxiety around big families or big crowds of people. Maybe this next boyfriend of yours will have had a history of dealing with like a person they've dated that had a bratty family, or like a family that just did not know their place or could not stay behind the lines or did not respect boundaries. Clarify the Two of Wands. Okay, I'm getting an element of possession here, like possessive territorial energy, okay? But it's relating back to what I mentioned about, you know, people just not knowing their place. I think that this man is someone that would definitely like draw lines way in advance to avoid this, because it was such a big problem for him in the past, whether that was his previous relationship just before you or even further down in the past. Something about that kind of traumatized him or really stuck with him. Like I think this person, this next man that you're going to date, your next man is going to be really big on individuality and boundaries in love, in dating, in general. Like it just kind of gives, I want our business to be our business. We are the two people in this partnership together. We are the two people that should be making decisions, etc., etc. Clarify the Two of Wands. Your next man could see that y'all are coming from two different places. They could clearly see that. Something about the two of you exhibit the fact that you are different in some kind of way, okay? You guys could be interracial. You could have different cultural backgrounds. You could be from two completely different cultures. You could be the total opposite in regards to your personality. Okay, something about you. You guys could look completely different from each other. You could just have a whole different lifestyle from each other initially. And yeah, something about you guys contrast like dramatically. But I don't think that plays a part in whether or not you guys can stay together. Okay, it's coming to me in real time. Okay, you guys could be of different races, different ethnicities, different nationalities. You could be from two different parts of the world. Maybe this is why, okay, maybe this is why that vibe about not letting families come in between something came to mind. Because I've never felt that when looking at the Ten of Cups. And I'm sorry, not the Ten of Cups, the Ten of Pentacles reversed. I've never gotten that before. But then again, the cards surrounding it kind of create a vibe. So you got the Eight of Swords at the bottom of the deck, okay? That's entrapment. Entrapment, feeling confined, restricted, limited. So yeah, I'm kind of getting big interracial vibes, all right? Your next man might be a man of a different race than you. If you're white, he might be black or Arabic or Puerto Rican, Dominican, Jamaican, Trini, Asian, South Asian, Russian, European, Brazilian, okay? You guys might be interracial from two different races or from two different ethnic backgrounds. Something about you guys differ dramatically, but that doesn't change the principles, the values, their morals, and their love that they would have for the other person. They're very big on boundaries and respect. Okay, race could play a huge part in this mindset. Race, customs, cultural customs, upbringing, the way you were raised, and past discrepancies dealing with family, you know? Like a lot of people are in interracial relationships, but there's no boundaries or respect because, you know, sometimes people don't respect other people's cultures or they don't respect other races of people. Clarify the Two of Wands. Okay, this man is not going to let any of that fly. Whether you decide to defend or not, they're not going to let any disrespect fly. They're not going to let any boundaries be crossed. Clarify the Two of Wands. We have the Empress card out here on top of the Two of Wands. We have the Empress card out here on top of the Two of Wands, okay? It's hard to pick up these cards with these nails. Jeez Louise. So Two of Wands on top of the Empress. We have the Devil reversed. Interesting. Okay, so these could be new ideas or new concepts that this man is trying to implement. Like I mentioned in the past, he might have had a hard time applying himself or articulating what he feels. You got the Seven of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Clarify the Devil reversed. We have the Ace of Swords. So like I said, this is definitely the like implication, not the implication, I'm sorry, the implementation of boundaries, rules, ideas, ways of being, lifestyle. Okay, the Empress, Devil reversed, Ace of Swords. Okay, I kind of get vibes of opening up that throat chakra, being more vocal about how you feel, your ideas surrounding this entire relationship, the ideas surrounding this entire dynamic. Okay, I don't think this man is gonna let anything fly. If it feels funny, he's coming for it, honey. Like, you cannot be funny around this man. And I think that he's so sensitive, and I don't say sensitive to be controversial. I don't call him sensitive to make fun of him, because some people use sensitive as an insult, but I'm not using it as an insult. I think this man is highly sensitive because he's been there, done that, number one. And number two, these are touchy subjects. Race, for instance, culture, for instance, religion, upbringing, etc., etc., lifestyle choices, gender identity, racial identity. Like, these are really touchy subjects, and this man understands that, especially if he is of a race that's less stigmatized or less like judged than the race of you. So if anybody's gonna pop off, it'll be him. If anybody's gonna have something slick to say, a comeback, a witty remark, it's him. If somebody comes at you, it's not you they have to worry about, it's him. Clarify the Ace of Swords, okay? So that throat chakra, it's working. Clarify the Ace of Swords. Okay, I feel like this next man of yours is very vocal for some reason, or something about his thought process, the way he articulates himself, the way he says words, writes words, conveys messages or words, the way he texts, the way he speaks is very, he has a lot of ideas forming. He has a lot of thoughts thinking and percolating in his mind. Like, he has thoughts and feelings and opinions and views on stuff. And I don't think he's keeping quiet about them. Okay, with the Two of Wands on top of the Empress, okay, this man of yours could appear very sweet, innocent, docile. He could even appear feminine. You know, some people, especially like, for instance, in Asian cultures, a lot of people consider Asian men effeminate. Like, they say a lot of Asian men look feminine, or they kind of look like on the softer side. This man could look like he's sweet. And when I say sweet, I don't mean LGBTQ. Now, I know it can refer to that sometimes, but when I say sweet, people might mistake him for like a pushover. Maybe that was him in the past. Maybe he's had that. He's been treated like that in the past, and he learned from that. Like, he learned he doesn't want to be a doormat. He learned better than to let people like talk over him, push, you know, make him feel like a pushover, make him feel beneath them. Maybe he's dealt with some of his own like racial abuse. Okay, maybe he's dealt with low racial self-esteem in the past, or maybe he can see that you deal with some kind of racial low self-esteem or did in the past. That could be a trigger for him. Okay, that could contribute to this sensitivity. Clarify the Ace of Swords, which I don't blame him, because we live in a world that always says, oh, why does everything have to be about race? It's not about race, but yet every little thing, every system in place makes it about race. That's like you're gaslighting people. Every system that's been set up is to define race, or to make race the main point. But when we point it out or bring it up, now it's like, oh, you're always talking about race. That's not even what it's about. Yes, it is. Everything is about race. The history of America, how America came to be, boils down to race. Clarify the Ace of Swords. Like, I'm really getting big interracial vibes, especially on this Two of Cups card, how they look completely different from each other. Two different skin tones, two different looks. They're both big and brolic. One looks shorter than the other. One looks tanner than the other. One is wearing completely different clothing than the others. This could also be a queer relationship as well, because both of these people on this card look like men. Okay. One is wearing what looks like traditional garb, and the other is wearing like something that looks like traditional garb to me as well. You know, some indigenous and native tribes, they don't wear quote-unquote clothes. They wear cloth or garb covering their, you know, obvious private areas. That's just how some people dress. Or that's just some cultures is like loungewear. So this is definitely giving me big, like interracial vibes. Intercultural vibes. Clarify the, oh wait, this fell. We got the High Priestess. We have the High Priestess on top of the Ace of Swords, okay? So, yeah, Ace of Swords on top of the High Priestess. I'm really getting like, something about this man is highly intuitive. He knows already. This could also be relating back to what I said about how he's ready. If you are gonna say something smart ass to him, about him, in regards to him, including his girl or his guy, whoever he's dating, talking to, you better be prepared. Like, I don't know if y'all ever seen that post online that was like, yeah, y'all could be funny all you want, but is you ready for my joke, though? That's what it's given. It doesn't matter if this man speaks a different language. It doesn't matter. He understands to some capacity, and he can give it right back to your ass. Clarify the High Priestess. Okay, Ace of Swords on top of the High Priestess. Very articulate at this time. Like, this man is very articulate. He knows what to say. He knows how to say it. Clarify the High Priestess. And his keen is on point. You cannot gaslight this man. He knows what he's talking about, and he probably has proof. Probably has it in writing, in an audio recording, in an email. Okay, he probably has really good memory. He probably can remember what you said to him verbatim. Okay, clarify the High Priestess. He could be somebody that has photographic memory. He could be the type of person that says, I remember that you literally said da 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 da, and literally tells you what you said. Clarify the High Priestess. Clarify the High Priestess. We have the Eight of Pentacles. Okay, this could even be to his own detriment. Sometimes he might not even like the fact that he can remember things verbatim or vividly. Some people could view this as an annoying thing about him. The fact that you can't, Six of Swords at the bottom of the deck, you can't get away with certain things when it comes to him because he remembers. His memory is too good, way too good. All right, clarify that he could have really good long-term memory. He can remember everything you say and do to him. Like, whether he enjoys that sentiment about himself or not, like, he just remembers things. He remembers and fixates on them and thinks about them. He could be an overthinker. He could be a bit of an overthinker. You got the Lovers at the deck, at the end of the deck, the bottom of the deck, okay? This next boyfriend of yours might be somebody that spends a lot of time thinking about you guys, your relationship, the things you've been through, the things you are building, the things that he wants to build. Okay, he could think about this like a lot to the point where it stresses him out. Like, him thinking about or envisioning the future of you guys together could stress him out. Clarify the Eight of Pentacles. He could spend a lot of time orchestrating and organizing things in his mind, how he wants things to go. This reminds me a lot of daydreaming, fantasizing. He could be a big fantasy person. He fantasizes a lot, or he loves to daydream, or he could simply put dissociate. He could simply dissociate often. Clarify the Eight of Pentacles. Okay, we have the Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands on top of the Eight of Pentacles. Interesting combination with the Eight of Pentacles on top of the Eight of Wands. This man could be impulsive in nature. Okay, something occurs to his mind, and if he has the resources or if it's within his range to do it, he's going to do it. Okay, sometimes he could speak before thinking or do before thinking. Clarify the Eight of Wands. Okay, he's too quick with it. Like I mentioned, Eight of Wands reminds me of a witty, quick person who they're just quick with the comebacks. They're too good. They don't even think about it. They're too witty. They're too sarcastic. They're too satirical. Like, it's almost like they've been training for this. They've been waiting for this. Like, clarify the Eight of Wands. Okay, this man could be a fast texter. When you call him, he calls right back. When you text him, he's texting right back. Fast. He could be a fast texter, or he could text back fast. Okay. Clarify the Eight of Wands. When you call him or you need him, he could fall through very fast. Like, you could be used to him just falling through fast. No questions asked. Clarify the Eight of Wands. Sometimes this could be your next boyfriend or your next man is going to be someone that understands what you're thinking. Three of Wands. This is the card that fell out. Eight of Wands, Three of Wands. All right. Like I said, you call, he comes running. Okay. So this could definitely be a lover boy. I'm getting big lover boy vibes. Simply put, you know how some women are like, oh, my man called, I'm dropping everything to come. If I'm hanging out with my girls and my man called, I got to dip. It's giving these vibes. I'm so sorry. Well, that's not a bad thing. It's just the phrase I say. But yeah, Three of Wands. Clarify that Three of Wands. He's coming. If you need something, he's coming. If you need him, okay? That Seven of Cups has made it to the top of the deck. All right, this talks about suggestions, options, choices. Also, like an element of illusion there. Okay? Clarify the Seven of Cups. Okay. When I think of the Seven of Cups, for some strange reason, I think of consent. Consent comes to mind when I think of the Seven of Cups. Okay, you got the Hierophant reversed out here as well, which also highlights an element of, something unconventional, something that's out of the norm, perhaps taboo, something different, unique. Okay, Seven of Cups, Hierophant reversed. Okay, so this guy could have a personality type he could just be considered an oddball. He could be a bit of an oddball. Perhaps he could be somebody that's into anime. He likes anime. You got the Three of Coins at the bottom of the deck, the Three of Pentacles. Okay, he could be good at socializing with people, getting along with people. He'll meet new people and they'll be running it. He'll take them to Yap Town. Okay, first, listen, fluent in Japanese. Very much so. Like, I have yet to get introverted vibes here. Recluse vibes, hermit energy. Like, I'm not saying that he's going out of his way to talk to people, but when he's put in situations to converse and work a room or work a crowd, he can do that. He has no problem. Like, he might be really good at mixing with people, all different types of people. It doesn't matter what walk of life you come from. He can blend in any environment. That is a skill. That's what you call good people skills. Clarify the Hierophant reversed. One card at a time, please. I like this spread. This was really good. And like, I just feel like I've just been vomiting information. Like, sometimes it takes a while for the information to slide through, to come through. Sometimes I have to pause and think about it. And I'm not saying think about it as in I'm making up stuff, but sometimes I have to look at the cards and visualize and just feel vibes and just get a story from it. But I feel like it's just coming right out. I feel like I don't have to coax it, you know what I mean? Clarify the Hierophant reversed. People could describe this guy as just different, unique. Clarify the Hierophant reversed. Good morals, good character. Okay, you got the Tower here. You got the Tower here. Interesting. Hierophant reversed, Tower. Okay, so there could be some sort of conflict of interest, whether internally or externally, when it comes to your next boyfriend, your next man. Hierophant reversed. Tower, what's that? You got the Queen of Cups reversed. The Queen of Cups reversed on top of the Tower card. Clarify that Queen of Cups reversed. One card at a time, please. One card at a time, please. We have the Queen of Wands here reversed. Okay. Okay. So I'm kind of getting, we got the Queen of Wands reversed on top of the Queen of Cups reversed. Tower. Hierophant reverse. Okay, so there could be a flip side to this man, okay? As gentle, as sweet, as kind, as patient and loving as he is, once he loses cool, it's lost. It's up and it's stuck. Ace of Pentacles reversed at the bottom of the deck. Clarify the Queen of Wands. He could be a little rude, a little mean, okay, but rightfully so. Clarify the Queen of Wands reversed. Okay, when pushed and tested and his back is up against the wall, he's not the nicest, but that's understandable. You got the Four of Wands. Okay, you got the Four of Wands. Clarify the Four of Wands. Like I mentioned earlier, then you got the Ten of Cups coming out after that. Ten of Cups, Four of Wands, Ten of Cups. Hierophant reversed, Tower. Okay, so there could be something about this man, your next boyfriend, your lover, husband, fiance, etc., that he may not want to exactly show you or exhibit to you until you guys are like established, or it's like clear that you're deeply in love. I'm not saying they want to deceive you. I'm not saying that. But with this Tower card here, the Tower moment, the Tower only comes out when there's some necessary chaos or some kind of necessary transformation. that has to take place or happen. Like, it's very necessary. You cannot avoid it. It's inevitable. But there's something about this man that he might not exactly be gung-ho about exhibiting, or maybe it's vulnerability, transparency, okay? I'm not saying they're going to do something bad to you to ruin your life, but it could simply be as simple as a character flaw or a sentiment or an ideology they have that they're not exactly, you know, gung-ho about expressing until you guys reached or established, okay, there's that hermit energy at the bottom of the deck. So like I said, like there's an element of secrecy involving that, okay? Ten of Cups, Four of Wands. Maybe there's some ideas from his culture or from his lifestyle or upbringing that he has carried into this relationship that could possibly sabotage it or influence it. Maybe his ideas of marriage and love and like an established relationship differ based on the culture that he's from, or maybe he has a problem with the way your culture, or the, you know, where you're from, the way they view marriage in unison, being in unison, being in a relationship, monogamy. Clarify the Ten of Cups. We have the King of Swords. The King of Swords on top of the Ten of Cups. So it could be a possibility that in this man's culture, marriage, being in unison, being together, being wed could be very important. Very important. Honestly, I could even say that this might even be more important than being in actual love, okay? Because being wed in certain cultures, not only on a cultural scale, but like on a legal scale, it signifies so much. Like, in a lot of cultures and a lot of places in the world, marriage is a status symbol. It's a symbol of status. It's a symbol of high status, like you're better people or good people. You have your shit together. You're doing it the right way. Clarify the King of Swords. You got the Seven of Swords. So like I said, Seven of Swords, I'm just getting big calculated vibes. Big, very much strategic planning. Like, okay, I'm thinking of an arranged marriage. Like in this man's culture, arranged marriage could possibly be normal. This could be something that they still do in their family. They might feel like you're not exactly where you're from. They don't do that, or they don't do that anymore, or your culture is not exactly on to that, if that makes sense. So I don't know, I'm kind of getting the American vibes. Like you as the viewer, you might be American or from the Western hemisphere of the world, where monogamy or like marriage and monogamy are not like exclusive, if that makes sense. Like, it's like, in America, it's like, whatever when it comes to marriage. Like, either you're married or you're not. But in other places in the world, that's very, very important. And that's something that people are raised to aspire since children. Like, it's a part of their becoming an adult or becoming a woman or a man. Like, there's whole ceremonies and induction ceremonies surrounding this. Like, Four of Swords, Ten of Cups. I'm sorry, not Four of Swords. Four of Wands, Ten of Cups, King of Swords, Seven of Swords. I could just give something about this relationship, or the unity of this is arranged or planned or thought about. Clarify the Seven of Swords. We have the Magician reversed. Okay, clarify the Magician. Okay, somebody could also be trying to cog block this this marriage, this relationship, this wedding, etc. Like I mentioned earlier, there were themes of racism, race, different backgrounds, cultural backgrounds. Like I mentioned earlier, a family dynamic, not letting a family dynamic come in between something that you have going on. Okay, this man could be Seven of Wands at the bottom of the deck, trying to protect a relationship Okay, just because you guys are two different races or you come from two different backgrounds, like some races of people, some ethnicities of people believe you should date within your race. They believe that you should stay within your ethnic group to keep the bloodline pure. Like a lot of people believe that about their own demographical groups, which I can get to it to a degree, but I also just kind of feel like people should be able to do as they genuinely please. If they genuinely feel like they love somebody from a different culture, a different race, a different background, what is it to you? Let them be, let them do their thing. But there's that element of not letting opinions of family members come in between what you personally want to do, and that is so much easier said than done, and I do condone and agree with that. But when you were raised on a cultural level to include your family's opinions on everything, and just to incorporate their opinions into your decisions in your everyday life, it can be hard to shake from that. All right, it can be hard to shake from that. So somebody could definitely be trying to sabotage or influence some kind of marriage or relationship with the Magician reversed. Okay, when the Magician comes out reversed, they seem cutesy, they seem kind, caring, loving, they seem on board with the program, but they have a trick up their sleeve. There's always trickery, okay? They definitely have something up their sleeve. Clarify the Magician reversed. Okay, and this could definitely be the man, your boyfriend, that just kind of feels like, hey, I got something for any motherfucker that think they got something for me, or we.